Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and I'm here with my son, and we are going to talk about his current standard deck. Logan, so what's your standard deck? What colors is it?
It's blue and black.
Tell me about some of your favorite cards in the deck.
One of my most favorites are Marionette Master and Aethertide Whale. Aethertide Whale is a 6/4 flying creature, and when it enters the battlefield, you get 6 energy counters. And then you can pay 4 energy counters, and then you get to return Aethertide Whale to its owner's hand.
Wow.
Also, I really like Marionette Master. Fabricate 3. When this creature enters the battlefield, put 3 +1/+1 counters on it, or create 3 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature tokens. And whenever an artifact you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, target opponent loses life equal to Marionette Master's power. So if I have a lot of artifacts, so if the opponent killed any of them, it would make a price to pay for them.
Now, I think some of these we bought some singles for this, right?
Yeah.
Were there any kind of superstar singles that you got?
Yeah, Metallurgic Summonings was a really good one.
Oh, that's solid. Whenever you play an instant or a sorcery, what does it do?
You create an XX colorless construct artifact creature token, where X is that spell's converted mana cost.
Any other major singles?
Hostage Taker. When Hostage Taker enters the battlefield, exile target artifact or creature until Hostage Taker leaves the battlefield. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were a mana of any type.
Now, when you play him and you get a big creature or even just a really good creature, do you mostly use that just to keep it captive and you don't want the other person to have it, or do you end up casting it with your own mana that often?
So here's the thing: I try to keep it captive. I try to keep it captive, and that's good because it's not gonna swing at me. But also because if I have that much mana to cast it, I get it myself. It's like a really good card. But the problem is the 2/3. I would rather it be a 3/3. I think that would round it up better.
Oh, because it doesn't have much hitting power?
It's really weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any planeswalkers in this deck?
Yes, Tezzeret, Master of Metal is the kind of bad one, but it's kind of good. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an artifact card. Put that card into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order. And then his -3 is target opponent loses life equal to the number of artifacts you control, and you gain control of all. -8, you gain control of all artifacts and creatures target opponent controls.
Wow. Have you ever triggered that -8 yet?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Have you ever done that in Friday Night Magic?
Yes.
Oh, it's got to be embarrassing for your opponent. So, what about when people play strong creatures against you? Do you have any ways to deal with that?
I do. Usually, it's from my metalwork. Walk the plank. If I'm not playing against Merfolk, then Walk the Plank is a really good card. It's 2 black, destroy target non-Merfolk creature. That's really good.
It's solid, yeah.
Yeah, and to threaten them back, I have my Metalwork Colossus. Metalwork Colossus costs X less to cast, where X is the total converted mana cost of non-creature artifacts you control.
Nice.
And sacrifice 2 artifacts, return Metalwork Colossus from your graveyard to your hand.
It's pretty awesome.
Really good.
There's a lot of solid stuff in here. Now, I think you have a few things that actually create treasures, right? I've seen you use treasures from this deck.
Yeah, my Sailor means, my Fair means Private Prize, and I think there's one.
Oh, one card I've seen you use in this deck. Can you talk about Dowsing Dagger at all?
Yeah, I really like Dowsing Dagger. It can be bad in some cases, but I really like it. When Dowsing Dagger enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 2/0/2 green plant tokens with Defender. That's the bad part of it. And then equipped creature gets +2/+1. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may transform Dazzling Dagger, and its equip is 2. Then you transform it into a legendary land, Lost Veil. Tap it, add 3 mana of any one color to your mana pool. Really solid card.
That is really solid. It's a great deck. I've played it many times. Against you, playing it many times. I really like the blue-black flavor. And one of the things I'm really excited about is you kind of really are starting out in Magic relatively new, but I think this is a really strong deck. It's got a lot of flair and a lot of flavor, and one of the things I think is really cool is we play in Friday Night Magic, and you've continuously made this better and better over the weeks. It's a really rock solid deck. I really like it a lot. Any last comments on the deck itself?
Yeah, one of my most favorite combos is with my Syndicate Trafficker, and it's a 3/1, cost 1 colorless, and black. Pay 1, sacrifice an artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on Syndicate Trafficker. It gains indestructible in return, and from Marionette's Masters, whenever an artifact you control is put into the graveyard, from the battlefield, target opponent loses equal to Marionette's Master's power. I think that's a really solid
That's a really solid one. It's a really cool deck, and thanks for sharing it, and thank you guys for watching. Take care.
Bye.